materials are all around us. It makes up everything that we use from day to day. But one thing a materials engineer will do is try and make those materials better.
I think materials science and engineering is basically when engineers take materials that are in everyday use and we look at it in the microscopic scale and the atomic scale and then try to enhance them into like our macro scale everyday materials that we use.
You use materials everywhere. We're currently standing in a building made of materials, made of concrete and steel, and all of those had to have been studied at some point in order to know that they are the most structurally sound materials for this application.
Everything in the world is made up of materials, right? And those materials, what we see macroscopically, like a piece of steel, just looks like one hunk of steel to us, but actually there's a bunch of little particles that it's made up of, and how those are arranged changes how strong the steel is, how easy it can bend when it melts and things like that. So material science and engineering is actually controlling that so that we can change how strong the steel is or anything. We also do polymers and plastics, ceramics, and electronic materials also.
Using science and engineering to make everything better in our world.
We can look at a failure of a piece and determine why it failed, how it failed, if a similar piece that's in use will fail.
The more efficient we can make batteries, it'll help consumers a lot.
We need things that are more efficient with energy, we need things that are recyclable, or even such things as being tougher, stronger, more resistant to corrosion, environmental things. So it can span pretty much all spectrums of industry out there in the world.
We have higher demand for electronic components that need to be smaller and lighter, so you need to come up with new materials that can handle such capacities.
There's only a certain amount of different elements in the earth, and a lot of things that we use to make things like TVs and electronics and things like that are limited. So if we can figure out how to recycle them and reuse that, it'll be more cost effective.
Another realm of materials that's going to, I think, be on the rise in the future is going to be multifunctional materials.
Life cycle, the whole system. What's going to happen to this in the end? Things like plastics and stuff, a lot of people are worried about landfills and things like that they don't break down very well. So there's people working on polymers that are made out of biomaterials like corn and potatoes and things like that will actually biodegrade.
I feel like I have so many options to choose from and so many different areas I could go to.
To make technology greener and as well keeping it friendly enough for everybody to still want to use in everyday applications and not make it a big hassle for everybody to become a green society.
Ames Lab is located on the edge of campus, and it allows a lot of students to have research positions with professors or scientists to allow them also the opportunity.
The visit I had to Iowa State sold me. The department up here is one of the most up-to-date, I think, advanced laboratories we have for materials engineering, and then the community we have, the access we have to professors and research and things, is just an opportunity you can't pass up.